I'm so confused by Capcom, I swear to God. They always, every single year, have an amazing amount of games to show. It's like one of the most consistently great companies when it comes to content. It's one of my favorites. This year, they seemed like they were going to be really scant on content with the Summer Games Fest and Xbox and PlayStation and everything. I thought for sure, like, there's not going to be too much to see. We're just going to get news on Monster Hunter. But I held out hope that they were saving some stuff for the Nintendo Switch Direct, and I was right. They actually had a bombshell of great content that's even coming out this year that's come into the Nintendo Switch and other platforms like Miles Edgeworth and also the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. However, they still aren't done. The month of June isn't over, and so we have just learned some even more things, some really great things, and it changes a lot of things that I thought and theorized about what's going on at Capcom. So the first one I'm talking about here is the Resident Evil Trilogy is being released for GOG or GOG. Is it pronounced GOG? You'll have to let me know so that I can stop making this mistake. But basically, it's a website that gives you PC versions of games, and usually they clean it up a little bit on their end and all that stuff. But generally speaking, you just end up with the PC version of an old game, but re-released and sold for sale. And with Capcom, they just released Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. You can already get all 3 in a bundle, but 2 and 3 are coming later, but you can get Resident Evil 1 now. And I'm super surprised by this. I thought that for sure, if they could have done it, they would have done it much longer ago. Though it's still available on PlayStation 4 and PS5, but maybe just, again, my theory was like, well, they already put that up before they learned in a legal sense that they can't re-release these games without getting certain permissions. But no, I guess that apparently they can just redistribute these games anytime they want, and for whatever reason, Capcom has just not made a collection for 1, 2, and 3 for Nintendo Switch and Steam and stuff like that. But GOG gets all 3 games, which I, again, shocked, because you can get like any other Resident Evil game on your Nintendo Switch, just except for the original trilogy. So what is going on here? I want to know, but I hope to God that this means that Capcom has an initiative now to get Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3, Code Veronica, all into a classic collection pack and distributed to all platforms. That would be amazing. I don't care if it's the PC versions. I'm sure that whatever's been holding them back now at this point may have been just PlayStation 1 emulation, though I think we're seeing that now with the Marvel vs. Capcom collection, unless those are the arcade ports. I don't know what's going on. All I know is that there's hope again for Nintendo Switch or Nintendo Switch 2 owners to get the original classic Resident Evil games, and that would be a big get. I do think that's like the one of the most glaring omissions that Capcom seems to be making here in terms of classic collections, as well as making sure that their legacy content is on all platforms. The other thing is Dead Rising is getting another remaster. I think like there was originally the one in 2006, then in the 2010s they had a HD port. Is that what it is? I'm not too familiar with the Dead Rising franchise. I've always wanted to get into it because the concept is really strong, but it's a really tough game. I did try to play it one time, and I was really kind of just gate-kept out of like how much punishment there is for losing. So maybe this is the time to shine. Maybe there's going to be difficulty sliders or something for this new version that's coming out. It's going to be, like I said, graphically remastered. So there's going to be all new graphics, assuming original gameplay. Maybe there's going to be some tweaks. I don't think they mention anything about tweaks. But if there is going to be any tweaks, I hope that there's just two things. One is, a difficulty slider for babies like me, and 2, better AI for the companion characters, because they've been notoriously bad at staying alive in the original Dead Rising, and it's something that they've worked out with later games. So if they're going to release this game again, hopefully at the very least the AI companions are a lot smarter than they were before. So there you go. There's some new news from Capcom. You're going to get a lot of news from Capcom on this channel. I am a Capcom fanboy. I love what they put out, except for Monster Hunter. Isn't that my luck? Like, it becomes one of the most successful franchises in the company's history. We're seeing constant support for the franchise now. Great for Monster Hunter fans, not so great for me. But besides that franchise, I love Capcom. I love everything that they put out. So yeah, of course there's going to be a strong presence for Nintendo, but every once in a while you might get stories like this. So I hope that you appreciate Capcom too. All right, well anyways, thanks for listening to the story, and take care.